Hey everyone, this is really exciting because we have the all-new Tacoma TRD Off-Road. I'm Jeff Teague, this is Toyota Jeff Reviews. Thanks for hitting subscribe. This is the Tacoma TRD Off-Road. It's in solar octane. This was the exclusive color for 2023 TRD Pro. Of course, now we've got Terra. We're gonna go inside, deep dive, so you see all the buttons, controls, dials, and safety systems, off-road systems too, and then I'm going to show you several different ways you can configure it. Yes, manual is available, 2 different engine options, pretty exciting stuff. It's pretty cool now. Like Darth Vader says, the circle is now complete. This is the last of the 8 different trim levels. I've seen them all now, up close and personal, but I couldn't wait to see this one because this is really the core off-roading vehicle. It can set you up to go inside obstacles, out of obstacles, through them successfully, and a lot of fun. We're gonna get our first look inside, and remember, this is a pre-production, it's a prototype, so a lot of the materials are not refined, not finished. This is just sort of the shell that the designers use, but it's important for us to just kind of get a feel for what it actually is. Previous generation Tacoma was one that was tough, reliable, dependable. It'll go for hundreds and hundreds of thousands of miles. I've seen one that's gone 1.6 million miles. But this one right here, the interior, you'd always say, I wish it was modernized. Well, now we get our wish. State-of-the-art technology, features, safety systems. Look at that huge 14-inch screen. Several different ways to configure this one. There's gotta be an option for you. Remember, you can go automatic, 8-speed automatic transmission, save the manuals. The manual is available on TRD Off-Road, that's exciting. And then 2 different powertrain options. You can go iForce Max or iForce. Let's talk about the 2 powertrains first of all. Number 1, you can get the iForce. That's the 2.4 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. That's gonna give you 278 horsepower, 317 pound-feet of torque. Now let's add in a 48 horsepower electric motor, then it becomes the Tacoma Hybrid. That's the iForce Max. It's what we see here. It's perfection. That's gonna give you 326 horsepower and 465 pound-feet of torque. Woo! Now if you go with the 6-speed manual transmission, that's gonna be the iForce. It's gonna go down in power just a little bit, but you get manual, 6-speed manual, baby. 270 horsepower, 310 pound-feet of torque. As Doug DeMuro would say, a couple other quirks and features about under the hood here. Number 1, you'd expect to see the prop rod over on the left side, but no, not here. It's gonna be on the right. It's all the way out of the way, so do-it-yourselfers, you can get on in there. The other thing I thought that was interesting too is there are 2 different points for where you insert the prop rod, depending on what you need it for, what you want to do with it. Now, what does this have that's unique because it's a TRD Off-Road? Well, the suspension, Bilstein monotube, remote reservoir shocks. So let's take a look under here. I mean, we got to get a look since we're here, right? There we go. We'll look at the back too. And then let's get under the back part of it. So you can see the inner workings. I guess it's outer workings, but you know what I mean. Sweet. What about off-roading systems and tools that are going to help you through those obstacles, make life more fun, more convenient, and just plain easier? Well, number 1, we've got electronically controlled locking rear differential. We also have the stabilizer bar disconnect. These are things that you'll find on TRD Pro, you might find on the Trail Hunter, and what it does is by allowing that stabilizer bar to open up, it allows more flex, and you can get up to 10% more articulation on the trail. You'll also see the different drive modes, multi-terrain select that can be operated in high and low, and then downhill assist control and crawl control, which is that low speed cruise control mode. So those are the off-roading systems. Towing capacity for 24 Tacoma can be up to 6,500 pounds. This one here might be closer to 6,000, somewhere in that range. We'll get final numbers later. But it's got the hitch, so that's gonna tell you what you're gonna deal with there. So now, is this a novelty button? Maybe. Is it convenient? Absolutely. What you got? Your hands full of wood. Your hands are full of laptops, bags, things like that. So you just push this button. You could do it on the driver's side or the passenger side. That's extra bonus, right? You can also, see, this is evolved from the latest Tundra. That one would go down on the driver's side. This one here, you could do it on either side. What I like about the bed here, there's 7% more volume versus last generation, and with my superpowers, I can jump right up and show it to you. A few features in here are really gonna help you out when you're trying to do some work. This has a built-in air compressor here, so you can use it like a 12-volt circular, you can use it like a USB-C, or you can just plug in your hose right in here, get it up to the weight that you need for your tires or whatever equipment you want. I see built-in latches. We've got a deck rail system here along the side, so that way you can tie in your bed cleats, strap things down, bungee things down, whatever you want to. What's the opening here? What can you put in here? Well, maybe Dexter could put in some of his tools for his next victim. That would work. Maybe your baby Yoda doll would go there, toy Yoda. Or you can plug in your 2400 watt. This is pretty cool. Now you can put in your generators. You can get your microwaves out here, cook some popcorn, blow things up. We're at Overland Expo East, and you're gonna see all sorts of crazy things. One thing we have is the optional grass package. That's available on all Tacomas. This one comes with it. The problem is it comes off very quickly, so you just have to upgrade it. It costs 1 penny for each time. Here's the opening for the sliding rear window. Some other things you'll notice here, we've got the spare tire. It's underneath. Also has rear parking sensors. We'll see that in the front as well. iForce Max. Remember, this is the Beyond Zero logo. You'll see that in a lot of Toyota electrified vehicles as we go forward. Remember, when it's an iForce Max, that means it's the Tacoma Hybrid. What else are we going to see here? Well, we've got the backup camera. We've also got a light so that you can see things. See, that's another way to open it up. It's just absolutely stunning, especially in this solar octane. In Hawaii, when I was at the world premiere, I got to see a lot of these vehicles, but not the TRD Off-Road. So we wondered very impatiently, what was it going to look like? Well, it's got its own identity. It's really actually pretty incredible here. It's got Tacoma. We'll see that as we walk over to the side, kind of built in here, a little Easter egg. And then look at here, we've got the LED daytime running lights, headlights, really cool, intricate design. And if you notice, lots of little squares built into this one here, which is just kind of interesting to me. We've got backup sensors here for the front, I guess backup forward sensors, matte black here. And then look at here, interesting design. I like how it's kind of broken up into two different parts of the grille. This is the visor right here, the plexiglass. That's for the Toyota Safety Sense 3.0, the radar technology. We've got a multi-terrain monitor, so we can see along the sides, in front of, behind, and also underneath. So watch out, sticks, stumps, brush. We got you covered. Now down here, if we look, we've got these high intensity LED fog lights, and then we also have a skid plate that'll be protecting. If we can kind of come down as low as we can and just show that. So it's going to protect your components on the trail. And as we take a look at the profile, it's certainly Tacoma as we know and love it, but it's so modernized, so with the times now. It's just sporty, it's rugged, it's tough. This has available 33-inch tires that you can get on it. These are right here are the Wild Peak all-terrain. You can get it either 17 or 18-inch wheels. So this one right here, I love the TRD with the red. These are 265 70R18. Look at the thick matte black fender treatments there. And of course, they want you to know that it's an iForce Max. We've got color keyed side mirrors here. Also, turn signal indicators. This is part of the multi-terrain monitor system, so you can see around it. Blind spot monitor. If you're used to Toyotas, you'll see it here, amber orange colored. Sort of a second opinion in your mirror, knowing it's clear. Where's our badging? We don't need no stinking badges, but we do here because we've got black Tacoma. We've got black door handles. Very cool stuff. Fuel estimates. I see that fuel door there. You're asking. It won't be released until Toyota's next announcement. Not sure when that'll be, but I'll bet I'm going to be there to be part of it, which is exciting. TRD Off-Road right here, baby. Woo! Then we've got the LED taillight right here. How does that look? A lot of you want to know what the dimensions are of the back seat. I don't have those, but what I do have is just my impressions of what I get here. It's pretty tall, and it's tall here, so that might help your headroom. It goes down a little bit as you get a little bit closer, and then of course we've got the moonroof. This seat's all the way back, so again, I've just got it two different settings, so you can see if a tall person is sitting here. I've got this right here, which I like. The seating is very comfortable. I'm under the impression that this will be Softex seating. And then here we've got lots of room. This is set up for somebody like me, maybe just a little bit taller sitting here. And again, my headroom is just fine, but it's really comfortable. Got my old bleep handle so I can get out. You may also be wondering what this vent is here. That's to cool the hybrid battery. So you want to make sure that when you're on long road trips, you don't cover it with like a blanket or pillow or anything like that. It just keeps it cool. TRD, now remember, this is a prototype, pre-production, so it's not gonna have all of the finished products and materials, but this will be how it will look at least. So we've got this right here, nice storage. I can fit 3 bottles. This is gonna be, again, probably like a soft touch is my guess, but it's not finished. So you gotta take that one. They're nice enough to let me film it. You gotta remember that part though. So we got nice headrests. I like the accent stitching, and look, it's technical camo. We saw that first with Tundra. So it's kind of behind that first layer. Good room for legs and head, I feel. It's about the same dimensions, I think, as last time. Again, when you see a prototype, remember, it's not always gonna be there. Somebody's gonna be putting something here or blocking it. We got USB-Cs, just not finished. And then here we go with the dash. Look at that 14-inch screen. That is cool. Okay, so let's go through some of these controls here. We've got the trailer backup guide. That's gonna be able to add a trailer, set you up with straight path assist so it can guide your trailer, your boat, your camper back in a straight line. With the boat launch, you're not gonna be the person who can't back up their boat. Here's our 3D camera. It's all monitoring for front, back, all that stuff. This one has the stabilizer bar, disconnect, and then the locking rear differential. Again, it's prototype, so it's not set up. We still got plastic here. Remember, this is 2 high, 4 high, or 4 low. Electronic parking brake, brake hold. We've got right here the wireless charging along with 2 USB-Cs. And then this mode here, I love this physical knob here that you can move, you can switch around, and then we can show our different modes. And Holly, if you can maybe zoom in just a little bit to show, we got sport mode, normal mode, and eco mode. So it's an all digital that you can get on this one all the way across, so it can show our different modes. We can do downhill assist control. It's not available, but that's kind of how you do it. And then we've got multi-terrain select, crawl mode. But I love this, and it's got these little, I don't even know, they look machined on there like screw points, screw heads. It's kind of neat looking. So we've got heated seats, cooled seats. Nice luxury for a vehicle like this, I think. And then physical big ones, so if you got gloves on, you can still turn it to everything, turn, 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 just like that. A physical button for our volume. And then this one right here, you can do intuitive voice commands. You can set up for music like this, and you can swipe, you can move, you can go to Sirius XM. I don't know how much of this is actually set up, but enough of it is apparently. And you can get trip information. You can set up your profile, customize vehicle things like light, your door controls that you can move like that, wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. What about this shelf right here? This is kind of nice. You can store maybe a phone or your keys, your wallet, things like that when you're co-pilot. Tacoma written out. And again, this might be a completely different finish when we see it. It's going to be a lot more refined. This one has the optional, I don't know if it's optional on this one or standard, but either way, this one has the digital rear view mirror. I can not see anybody. Now I can see everybody at the event. They're walking around, and you can adjust the brightness up and down, sideways. It's got home link for garage door openers. It does have a sunglass holder in TRD Off-Road. Very cool stuff. I doubt this one's gonna open. Well, it might, so we can see what it'll, oh, and it opens up all the way too. See, that's nice. Nice. All right, so let's keep going here. Okay, what about lighted mirrors? Lighted mirror with the slider function. And then here we've got a little pocket. You'll see that on the other side as well, TRD. We've got our switches here. Look, you got 3 different aux switches, so you can set up what you want to set up. You can control the back tailgate this way, automatic high beams. Remember, this has Toyota Safety Sense 3.0 now. This is not optimal for sun glare, but we do have to show the passenger side as well. Sorry about the light. That's a big, big glove box. That's actually quite huge. That's impressive. That's impressive. All right, here we've got lumbar support on the passenger side. Nice. It goes up and down and twists as well. Here's our pocket. You could also set up accessories, tie them in, affix them. Got a handlebar here. And then here's our seats. Like I said, I assume that's going to be Softex. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. Remember to go to Toyota Jeff Reviews, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook to learn all about TRD Off-Road. We've got the full deep dive inside, outside, Toyota Jeff Reviews. And I'm also at Auto Jeff Reviews, where I look at all brands and manufacturers, including lots of Toyota and Lexus. So thanks guys so much. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think about the all-new Tacoma, and are you a fan? Would you get off-road or maybe a different trim? There are 8 different ones you can choose from now. Thanks guys, see you next time.